This is the man himself, Rafael Devers. This is Nelson. Nelson's one of his agents. He's going to translate for us as we go through this whole thing. Welcome.
Thank you.
He speaks a little bit of English, but, you know, I'd be scared to death if I had to go on and speak Spanish, so we'll keep it clean. Hey, first time Major League Baseball Network. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
He's telling me earlier he used to watch us on TV down in the Dominican, so that was pretty cool. How did you get into baseball?
¿Cómo empezaste a jugar béisbol?
Yo empecé a jugar béisbol cuando tenía como 5 años y veía a mi papá siempre jugando allá a Matei y él me llevaba a todos los juegos que él tenía y eso, y siempre me gustó la pelota.
I started playing when I was about 5 years old. My dad used to play amateur down there, so I would go with him to all his games, and I always loved it from the beginning.
Wow, that's pretty cool stuff. Now, Dominican Republic, a lot of Major League Baseball players. The other day, Greg Amsinger gave me a hard time, but I said when you field the ball, you remind me of Adrian Beltre. Did you try to emulate anybody when you were growing up?
No.
Well, you gotta let him translate.
Si trata de copiar a alguien cuando estaba creciendo, imitar a alguien.
No, pero nunca he tratado de copiar a nadie, pero siempre me ha llamado la atención cómo juega Beltré, cómo juega Robinson Cano, pero nunca he tratado como de imitarlo a ellos.
Okay. I never tried to copy anybody, but I do like how Beltré plays and how Robinson Cano plays.
Yeah, Robinson Cano is pretty good stuff. Did you play winter ball?
Yeah.
At home? Yeah, you did that too? Now, you were telling me earlier you signed when you were 16. But you didn't play in the Dominican League. You only played there like 2 weeks, and then they sent you to the Gulf Coast League? You understand that?
Yeah.
We'll let him translate. Just to be clear.
Jugaste, que firmaste cuando tenías 16 años, pero que no jugaste en Dominicana, sino nada más 2 semanas, y después te mandaron para acá, para la Gulf Coast League.
Sí, yo jugué en Dominicana las 2 semanas que jugué y después me mandaron para la Gulf League.
Yes, I played for 2 weeks in the Dominican Summer League, and then they sent me to the States, and I went to the Gulf Coast League.
Because you were tearing it up, you boy. He understood that, didn't he? All right, so hey, let's look at some video. Let's go back to your first Major League hit. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check it out. This is in Seattle. Tell me what you're thinking.
¿Qué estabas pensando en ese momento?
Yo estaba nervioso en ese momento porque fue el segundo juego y el primer turno del segundo día y estaba un poquito nervioso. Yo fui a hacer swing al primer picheo de una vez.
I was a little nervous. It was my second game in the big leagues, but it was the first at-bat of that game, so I just went there to swing at the first pitch.
So when you got that phone call, you're going to the big leagues. Who was the first person you called?
A mi papá la primera porque siempre es un sueño para él que yo fuera a Grandes Ligas y eso, y él, yo sé que yo sé que él estuviera más contento que yo, que hasta yo mismo.
The first person I called was my dad because it was a dream of him for me to play in the big leagues, and I knew he was probably going to be more excited than I was.
He start crying on the other. No crying. I like that. Okay, so playing in Fenway Park. You had never been, this is your first time going to all these parks, right? So Seattle, Fenway Park. Tell me about walking in and seeing Boston, where Big Papi and all the boys play. What was that like?
Cuando yo salía afuera, cuando salí a tricharme, yo vi toda esa gente y dije, wow, es mucha la diferencia. Uno jugaba en otro estadio como cancha, esos sitios así, que yo miraba siempre los juegos de esa gente y miraba los juegos de Boston y siempre la fanática de Boston siempre apoyando.
The first time I went there, I went out to a stretch. My first word was like, wow. I used to watch the games on TV, like he feels like it's different, like Kansas City. And he always used to watch Boston on TV and saw how supportive the fans were.
He grew up a Red Sox fan. I mean, this is kind of fantasy type stuff. It's pretty cool. So let's talk about hitting at Fenway Park. I pulled a piece of video. It's a home run you hit in Fenway over the monster. Okay?
Okay.
So you have this open stance. We're going to take some flips here a little bit. Do you try to shoot the ball that way, or is that your natural stroke?
No, eso me sale natural porque siempre ha bateado bien para la otra banda.
It's my natural stroke. I've always been able to hit the other way.
Oh, this is going to play nice for you.
Yeah.
Are you excited when you saw that big wall?
Yeah, porque me gusta batear mejor para la banda contraria que para mi banda.
He likes hitting the other way.
So you got, in spring training, they got that big same thing. So were you hitting balls off the wall when you played in that park in Florida?
Sí, pero es que nunca jugamos casi ahí Cuando yo jugué ahí, nunca jugamos...
I'm talking about the spring training complex.
Ah,
En el spring training que también tiene la pared, que si practicaba batear hacia ese lado en spring training en el complejo.
No, yo practico, como en la práctica de bateo, siempre practico para todos los lados.
I heard you say something about I wasn't being practical. I heard you.
No, not really. When I'm taking BP, I try to hit the ball all over the field.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, you want to take some swings?
Yeah,
All right, so tell me about your stance. What do you try to do when you go to the plate?
Le digas acerca de cómo te paras en el home, que trata de hacer cada vez que vas a batear.
Lo primero que yo hago es tratar de dar la bola, pero siempre trato de hacer contacto duro porque lo más que quiero es dejar la vista siempre ahí para hacer buen contacto.
I always try to hit the ball, try to make hard contact with the ball, and I keep my eyes on the plate so I make contact.
So you stand a little bit further back, I see, and the plate is your guide. You're trying to hit the ball over the plate? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, you got that. So I'll do some flips for you.
Okay.
You probably take these type of drills and hit balls back up here. I'm making sure he doesn't hit me. Okay, so we're going to flip it a little different. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So you've got this classic, real simple swing for a left-hander. What do you try to... That's too pretty, just so pretty. Who do you think your swing reminds you of? What have you heard?
¿A quién crees tú que tu swing se parece, te recuerda, que te hayan dicho?
Por ahora a mí nunca, como me decían cuando yo jugué la fuerte y jugué el año pasado, que me parecía de que acá no, pero nunca el swing se pareció un swing a él.
Nobody really, but last year some people mentioned to him that his swings looked a little bit like Robinson Cano.
Yeah, a little bit. I see a little bit of that. I see it. That makes you feel good, huh? Yeah, it does. So let's take a couple more swings. I want to ask you a couple more things. So it's real simple. Have you always hit with a slight open stance, or you ever been closed before? You always hit a little open?
¿Siempre con la pierna un poco abierta o cerrada?
No, este año fue que en Pin Trainer la abrí un poquito, pero yo hasta un poquito cerrado aquí, abierto.
This is my first year hitting with a little bit of an open stance. I started doing that in spring training this year, but I was always with a closed stance.
¿Por qué?
Porque aquí cuando cargaba demasiado rápido para adelante, pero aquí yo vengo y cargo mejor así.
When he was closed stance, he used to lean forward too soon. Now he feels like he can keep it more balanced and close.
Okay. And what about facing left-handed pitchers? Does it matter? Anybody throw to you left-handed when you were younger, like your dad or anybody like that?
No, nadie, pero con los zulos yo me siento normal porque lo más que trate es lo más que él me ha cerrado de aquí adelante.
Nobody really. He feels the same with left-handed pitching. He just tried to keep his front side close a little bit longer with left-handed pitching.
All right, let's finish with a couple more swings, and then we'll get you out of here. All right, before Chili Davis start calling me. Like, don't be messing up my swinger. All right, nice and simple, man. Now, here's the one thing. I will end this. It's amazing. He swings at 33.5-inch, 31 ounces, correct?
Yeah.
That's the same thing I swung. Big, strong guy. So ask him why a small bat, not 34 inches, 35 inches.
Porque usa un bate pequeño, siendo un bate de poder, porque no utiliza un bate más grande.
Porque es el bate que yo puedo dominar sí, y me siento bien con ese bate y puedo sacar la mano más rápido.
I feel like I like the size. I feel like I can get my hands, my swing quicker with that bat, and I have control of the bat on that size.
You have a lot of family coming out in New York here?
Mi papá quizá venga, pero mi mamá viene ahora a finales de este mes.
My dad might come, but my mom is coming to the States at the end of this month.
They haven't seen you play yet in the majors, right? No?
Mi papá me vino.
His dad was with him in Boston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, but Mama, not yet.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mama's boy, Daddy's boy.
¿Tú eres consentido de tu mamá o de tu papá?
De mi papá, de los dos.
Both, but more than daddy.
Yeah, I can see that. He talks about his dad a lot. That's awesome, brother. Thank you, man.
you.
Appreciate you, okay?
Yeah.
Keep it going. This is a 20-year-old phenom. The boy can hit. He can hit.